Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Tuesdays with Terry, Real Estate Talk. We're going to give people a couple minutes to sign on, and you can find us on our Facebook page, which is Palm Beach Treasure Coast Real Estate at South FL Property. I'm excited because tonight we are going to unveil our new website, which is 100% about finding you down payment assistance. So when we start, we're going to go through the website section by section so you understand how to use it and then know what to do after you get your report of what funds might be available based on the information that you have submitted. And for everybody, or I should say for the first 15 people tonight that actually sign on to the website and fill it out and request a report that goes to you on any down payment assistance, we will get you a free book, best-selling book, Your First Home, The Proven Path to Home Ownership. This is a great little book. So we're going to get started here. Let me see what time it is. It is 7:02. So we only have a half hour, so we're going to move through this pretty quickly. And you'll find the link to the website on the chat. So all you have to do is either save that link or click on that link, and it'll take you right to this page, which is my page for down payment assistance. And when you do that, whether you do it now or whether you do it later, this is the screen that you will see first off. So let's see if you're eligible. So you click on that page, and you'll get to welcome to the down payment finder provided by Terry O'Reed of Lubeck Realty Group. They tell us where we're looking and answer a few questions about your household, and we'll see if you are what you're eligible for based on your circumstances. So the first screen that you're going to see it gives you two options. The first option is to put in an actual address of a house that you're interested in, the zip code, or you can go to the general search. Now, the difference is if you have a specific house in mind with a specific address, it might bring up some down payment assistance programs that are specific to that address or to that census tract. For instance, if you're up in Port St. Lucie, if you're in West Port St. Lucie or West Stewart, you might be eligible for some USDA programs that people in West Palm Beach, Wellington, Boca, Delray are not eligible for. If you're in Pahokee, if you're in Belle Glade, you might also be eligible for these USDA programs. So you have a choice. You can either put a specific address in, a zip code, or a general search. And general search would be a city, a development. Once you start typing into the general search, let's say Lake Worth, then it'll bring up Lake Worth City of, it'll bring up some developments in Lake Worth. And you'll see as you type things in, you'll start getting matched with programs, which is this little green box at the top. So the next thing you're going to do is type in an estimated sales price. So if you haven't spoken to a lender yet, which I'm assuming you haven't, just put a sales price in where you think you might be qualified for. $150,000, $200,000, 225. The next question is this a multifamily home? Well, mostly we're going to be looking for single family. But if you're looking for a condo or a townhouse, go ahead and put multifamily in. Is the home in foreclosure? We don't have a lot of houses in foreclosure now. That may change, but right now, even if the house is in foreclosure, that doesn't make you eligible for any more down payment assistance programs. The next line is pretty important. How many people live in your household? These are all the people who are living in your house and whose income you are going to use to become eligible for a mortgage. What is your annual? Oh, do you currently own a house? Once you click on this box, it gives you a couple options. It gives you an option of no, I don't own a house. I haven't owned a house in 3 years. Yes, I do own a house. And that will change based on your answer, how many down payment assistance programs you might be eligible for. So what is your annual household income? This is your taxable income. And you would find this on last year's income tax form. And it's everybody that you are going to claim is a resident of the household. And that's important because based on income, you are eligible for more or less down payment assistance programs. Are you or your co-borrower a veteran? If you are, then that gives you a few more opportunities for some down payment assistance programs. VA loan is probably the best loan out there because it's no money down. But based on your income and based on your circumstances, you might also qualify for some assistance on top of not having to put any money down. Are you or a co-borrower an American Indian? If you check yes, that will bring up some more opportunities for you. Of course, you will need some documentation for that. Certain special circumstances may expand your eligibility. Once you click on this box, it brings up other opportunities for you and other additional programs you may be eligible for. Are you or a co-borrower work in any of these professions? Education, law enforcement, firefighter, healthcare. There are specific programs designated for those specific occupations. And if you click on those boxes, then you'll see that the down payment programs in the little green box will increase. Do you or your co-borrower or dependent household member have a disability? If you check yes, then that will also create some more opportunities for you that other people might not be eligible for. And once again, you'll see the green box up at the top of the screen will automatically, add more programs. Are you a co-borrower or member of the U.S. military? Well, once again, if you check yes, that creates more opportunities. Are you the surviving spouse of a military member or a public protector? Yes, well, once again, that will qualify you for more programs. Are you purchasing an energy efficient or visitable home? At this point, it doesn't really matter whether you check yes or no because in our area there aren't any programs available. So I did this one earlier, and you can see that I put the city of Lake Worth in. Estimated sales price, I put $225,000. I put that this was a single family house with 4 adults. with an annual income of $47,000. That they weren't a veteran, they were not an American Indian, and to this point, it brought up 30 programs, 30. Some of them are duplicates, and some you can't use with others. So if you use one, you can't use the others. But so far, it gives you 30 programs to investigate. Check for more opportunities. We didn't check any of those boxes, so we ended up with 30 programs that you could investigate to see whether you qualify for those loans. So I went back and tried it again with an income of 100,000. With an income of 100,000, a family of four, there were still 18 programs that you could qualify for. $125,000. There's still one program that you qualify for. So, what are the programs? Let's go back to the one that I did for the city of Lake Worth. Qualified for 31 programs. So you'll see that some of these look like they're duplicates, but not always. So the first one that comes up is this person was a veteran, the Salute Our Soldiers military loan program. To qualify, you have to be below 80% of the area median income, which is about $65,000, $75,000 in Palm Beach County. I don't remember what the latest number was. I'll look that up and I'll have it for the next Tuesdays with Terry. So there's here is a program that can give you up to 5% of the price in assistance. That's 5% of the sales price. The next one is up to $7,500 in assistance. Let's scroll down a little bit. Here is the Chenoa Fund. For a conventional loan, you could get up to 3.5% of the price in assistance. Now, these come up as links. So you can actually click on these links and get the details of the program and see how you may qualify or if you may qualify. So you have the Housing Finance Authority. It says Housing Finance Authority of Lee County, Own a Home Opportunity Grant Program. Even though it says Lee County, it's multi-county. And Palm Beach County specifically is included in that program. Let's look and see what else we have here. More from the Housing Finance Authority. Here's Palm Beach County Workforce Housing Program, middle income. So you have to look and click on that link and see exactly what the income is that you would qualify for that program, or too much income and you don't qualify for it. So there could be $7,500 in assistance. Could also be up to 10% of the loan for assistance. And when it says for assistance, you can use that for down payment assistance, and you could also use it for closing cost assistance. So here are a couple more with Palm Beach County, and that would be for one income. And then there's one for two incomes. So you could get up to 20%. Second mortgage up to 40,000. See here, you can get help on a first mortgage. But if that's not enough to get you in the property or the house or the condo, they have programs for second mortgages. And it could be up to $40,000 in assistance. So you really want to be working with a savvy lender who understands these programs and can get you in to a combination of programs that works best for you. And the lender that you work with might also have programs that can dovetail with these programs that you qualify here. Palm Beach County also has an affordable first mortgage program called SHIP. That money comes and goes, generally in the beginning of the year. That could provide up to $317,000 in assistance. Now, what it means is that that's really the highest price you can go for a house. There are also tax credits that you could qualify for. Florida Housing Finance Mortgage Credit Certificate Program. This can provide you up to $2,000 in tax credits for every year you have the mortgage. So on top of the other programs that you might qualify for, this is another $2,000 in tax credits that you can get at the end of the year when you file your taxes. Oops, I seems to have locked up on me here. I don't think that's the last one, is it? Oh, okay. So here we have more tax credits. This is basically the same program, the mortgage credit certificate, but you can see that there are targeted areas. So that comes up when you put in a specific address. That way the website can determine in that area what you may qualify for. Now, what we've done on this example here is we've pretty much done a whole city, and it's not just a city, it could also be the whole area of Lake Worth. Lake Worth also includes unincorporated areas that really are not in the city of Lake Worth, but the postal unit is considered Lake Worth, so we call it Lake Worth. It goes by Lake Worth. Now, let's get to the next slide here. An important thing to know when you get your report. So when you log all this information in and you send it, within a few minutes, you'll get an email with all the links of all the programs that you may qualify for. In this case, there were 31. And we just went through most of them. We didn't click on any of the links. That's something you'll do when you get your report. So basically, let's talk about the disclaimers here, because that's important to know. Just because they send you 31 programs that you may be eligible for, it doesn't mean that you're eligible for all of them, and it doesn't mean you can use them all together. You're going to have to pick and choose which ones are the best for you, and you're also going to have to talk to your lender. Now, not all lenders will work with all these programs. So that's why you really want to work with a savvy lender, and you want to work with a savvy realtor that has worked with these programs before and knows how to help you, because it's a bureaucracy. There's a lot of paperwork. It can be a little overwhelming, but if you're going to get $7,000, $10,000, $40,000 worth of assistance, the paperwork is more than worth it. And the time spent and any possible delays are well worth it. So let's go through the disclaimers. The first disclaimer is that the two red stars indicate the program is temporarily out of funds. That can happen with county and state programs because sometimes the funds become available in January. So the county will make the funds available in January, and then everybody that's eligible, they will earmark those funds and they won't be able to accept any more applicants. Now, for some of the smaller communities, their deadline might not be in January or February. because they're getting their funds from the county. So those funds might not be released for a couple of months. So they might not be taking applications till February, March, or April. And then shortly thereafter, those funds will all be encumbered with applicants, and they won't have any funds available till the next year or until the end of the year when they recalculate funds that weren't used. So please note, the household income you entered into the eligibility search form is not revealed to the individuals receiving your request. That's me. Decisions are made by the administrators of each of these programs, and eligibility requirements pertaining to the borrower and the property are subject to change. So while you might get an email that says that you might qualify for $7,500 in down payment assistance, each program has a right to change their eligibility requirements as the program goes ahead. I also want to remind everybody that if you log in tonight and you're from Palm Beach County, we will get you a free book, Your First Home. So the link is in the chat below. Any individual lender may not offer all of the programs for which you may be eligible. And that's true. However, some lenders have their own programs that will match these programs. So let's say you qualify for $10,000 in down payment assistance through XYZ program. Well, your neighborhood bank or your neighborhood lender might have a program. They might not do this program, but they might have another program that will give you the same $10,000. In that case, it'll boil down to what is the best interest rate that you can get. And the interest rate is going to be determined on your credit score, length of employment, the first 50, oh, we have a question. How many books? The first 15 people that use the website tonight from Palm Beach County, I have 15 of these books. We'll get the book to you. We'll personally deliver the book to your door. So lenders might have programs that are just as good as these programs if they don't use these programs, because not every lender is qualified to give out these programs. You have to sign up with if it's the state or the county, and you have to take their classes, and you have to learn how the program goes, just like I do as a realtor. In order to be able to tell you about these programs, I have to be certified by the state housing finance agency, which I am. Any communications provided to you by Workforce Resource LLC is me, and that's who I use, that's who does the website, is informational purposes only and should not be relied upon. Workforce Resource LLC is not a mortgage lender, nor an administrator of any down payment assistance programs, nor am I. You should contact the administrator of any assistance program directly to learn more about the programs and eligibility criteria. That's why you have the links. Now, this is what I suggest. I suggest that you either go on the website tonight, type in your information, and get a report. Or do it later. If you can't do it now, do it later. Save the link. The link will always be available on this chat, and this video will always be available on our Facebook page. Or you can contact me directly. My phone number is 561-340-9623. My website, or my email is tlreedgroup@yahoo.com. And we'll post that in the chat for you also. Once you get your report, which you'll get pretty quickly in about 5 to 10 minutes, then look over that report and forward it to the realtor that you're working with, or forward it to me. and I will go over these programs with you, and I will explain the programs, and we will go over and we will see what programs you're actually available to receive, and then find you a lender that has those programs. That's my service to you. This is a great website. This is a great way to get started. Remember, before you can use any of these programs, you still have to qualify for a mortgage. The easiest mortgage to get is an FHA guaranteed loan. Almost any lender has that. You're going to need a minimum credit score of 580 to qualify for an FHA loan. The same with a VA loan. You're still going to need to be able to qualify for the loan. So, what have we accomplished tonight? Well, we accomplished down payment programs that most of you out there will qualify for, and most people don't know anything about. There are also other down payment programs out there that you may qualify for by a specific address, not just by a general area. So yes, there are down payment assistance programs available for everybody. That's number one. Number two, your lender may have programs that are equal to or better than these programs with a better interest rate. Number three, you still have to qualify for a mortgage. So my advice to you is use the website. See what down payment programs you may be qualified for. That should take some weight off your shoulders that you might not have to save up $7,500 for a down payment and then another $5,000 for closing costs. We might be able to help you with that. Number two, after you get this readout, after you get this report, you're going to want to talk to a lender. If you have a lender that you're already working with, send them this report. If you don't have a lender that you're working with, I have several lenders that I know work with these programs. And also I have lenders that will help you rebuild your credit. It might be that your credit, you have to work with a professional to rebuild your credit. I have a couple very good companies that I work with that have helped many of my clients get in a position to purchase a house in as little as 2 to 3 months. So we can help you. Take the first step. Use the website, get your report, contact me with the report. Let me know you got the report or send me the report, and we'll get together. We'll do a Zoom, we'll do a Facebook Live, and we'll go through each one of these programs one by one. You're going to have to know your credit score before you can, of course, apply for anything. And each of these down payment programs is not a direct lender. They piggyback and work with the lender that you're going to work with. So it's important that you have a savvy lender, and it's important that you have a savvy realtor who knows how to navigate this process. So do that. And if you do it and get a report, and you're in Palm Beach County, I'll give you a free book to get you started. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Remember, this stays on the Facebook page. You can always contact me. My information is in the chat. Good luck. Let's find you a house, and let's get you some help.